At this time, we would ask everyone to silence their phones. And we would ask all of our World War II veterans to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now we would ask Alan Schwartz, Captain, U.S. Army, to come up and lead us in the national anthem. Present arms.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red the bomb bursting air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave,
Retire the colors. Aren't these guys magnificent? Please be seated. We're called by our police color guard, 15, South Fire Department, Police Department. We live in a great city. We really do. All right, so what we're going to do right now is we'll have some opening prayer by Father Shaughnessy, Commander, who is the retired.
There are always military personnel, men and women, who lie in fields of battle and want to defend their country. There are those who have worn the military uniform and still carry in their heart the spirit of patriotism. There are those who stand who are always ready to carry arms to defend their country. And there are many people who would stand to greet them as they pass by. We are proud of all those Marines, soldiers, airmen, sailors, and Coast Guardsmen who have stood with courage to protect liberty, justice, and equal opportunity for all. There are many military men and women who are proud to see their countries great among all nations. The greatness of a nation and a people are a gift of the Lord to those who know Him at all times. The Lord brings His people out of war and victory to live in love, honor, and peace. So today, again, we honor all those Marines, soldiers, airmen, sailors, and Coast Guardsmen. Let us honor them all with respect and appreciation and be proud before all the nations. Amen.
So at this time, I welcome Leominster's Commander-in-Chief, Mayor Dean Mazzarello.
Captain Allen, beautiful job. And just as you were saying, you part about the bombs burst, my mother, my 92-year-old mother, was walking up the front stairs dressed in red, white, and blue. And I thought, yeah, you got that right. Good morning. It's so nice to see people. Last year we were limited on how many people could attend. And it just wasn't the same. Although we had to continue on with the tradition, it just wasn't the same. What a bonus this year that we have our World War II. Could you please stand so we can all acknowledge you? World War II veterans are here today. That's the greatest generation that is at least before. They didn't have ballistic missiles, they didn't have drones, they had shirts and clothes. They were signed to, and when you came home, all they wanted to do was get back to normal, get a job, and move on. The greatest generation beyond our imagination. In fact, as I sit with students in the schools today, it's hard for them to understand what it was like for our World War II veterans. It's just hard to explain. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just hard for them to understand it. What it's like to be a prisoner of war. What it's like to lose a son or a daughter in a war. Just amazing. And everybody's on social media today. And I'm looking through social media the last couple of days, and it's awesome because everyone puts pictures of their loved ones. Fathers, mothers, grandfathers, great. And is so proud of all of our veterans, as they should be. And then later on, as you scroll down, you see all the other things that people are doing. Buying houses, protesting, voting, spending money, traveling around the world. None of it. Absolutely none of it. An education, where you get a chance to get a good public school education, and people are free to share their thoughts. Or there were people holding signs, anti-vaccine people holding signs downtown yesterday, and I'm thinking to myself, none of this could be without our veterans. None. Not one. Anything you want. Imagine that. In most countries, they can. So thank you to each and every veteran who sacrifice is the word, loyalty, and for all of this that we have today is just absolutely remarkable. Our students will graduate. Our superintendent back here, Superintendent Beacon. Our students graduate in the class of 2022, 21, 23. Will have more opportunities provided to them than any other time in the history of this country. Can you imagine that? How does that happen? People defend our freedom, defend our Constitution, even if you don't agree with every single piece of it. Maybe you didn't agree with the war or the conflict that you were sent to, but you did. And so today, we thank you. I remember I was first time elected in 94, 95, and I got a phone call from Rich Early, who was our Veterans Director at the time. And he said, hey, we got to go down and visit a World War I veteran. And I thought, are you serious? Turns out he's my neighbor. And I just never realized he never talked about it. He didn't make a big deal about it. Mr. Bazooki lives on the corner, Red Crescent Tricycle Theater. And I think to myself, that was one of my first experiences. In over 28 years, I've been to so many veterans' homes, ceremonies, churches, visit to the hospitals, VA. You understand how fortunate I am to have met so many veterans and their families? So thank you from all of us that are here today, especially as we salute our World War II veterans. They at least want any recognition at all. Never ask for a thank you, never ask for anything. So today, this is about you today. So thank you, from, as I said, from all of us, all of you, and for all the wonderful things that will happen in this country. To keep it free. As Rich Gurley said the other day, when we put that eagle back up there, some people love it and some people don't. But as Rich Gurley said the other day, Rich said, let freedom ring, right? Let freedom ring. How important that sounds. So thank you all. Thank you for my experiences that you've shared with me, your experiences that you've shared with me. It's been, you are a treasure, you are precious, and you're amazing to all of us, and that's why we're here. So, our band is back this year. The band is back. The chorus is back. 15 is back. Just a little plug for Father Shaughnessy back there. There's nothing better than going to the St. Cecilia's Fair on Friday and Saturday night. And the third will be there on Saturday, correct, Mr. Shaughnessy, huh? So I know you wanted to do a little plug for the church, but you couldn't do it at the opening song prayer, so I just did it all. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Leominster is known throughout the state for being very veteran-friendly. All of the other veteran service officers are envious of our Leominster Area Center, and none of that would be possible with the mayor and the city council support. So I can tell you, as veterans, we are grateful for that support. So thank you, Mayor. So speaking of support, we do a lot of things. And Congressman McGovern in his office, they do tremendous things to help us. He was instrumental in the Youth Worcester Clinic that's opening. That's going to be fabulous. It's going to have specialty services in partnership with UMass Medical School. So there's going to be specialties there that you won't have to go to Boston. You won't have to go to Northampton. The conversation started in 2013, and he was diligent in making sure it happened. So, Congressman McGovern.
I'm proud to be here. I'm proud to be here with your great mayor, wonderful city council, with Representative Higgins, with Father Shaughnessy. I'm proud to be here with Rick Couture, who I think is one of the finest, if not the finest, DSO in the world. And I'm certainly proud to be here with all of our veterans, and a special recognition to our World War II veterans. We literally would not be here if it weren't for our World War II veterans. So thank you very much. I'm also proud to be here in this historic hall that is virtually packed. And that says a lot about this community. It says a lot about Leominster, about the patriotism in this community, about the respect that everybody has for our veterans. You know, you watch the news, there are lots of things that divide us, but the one thing that seems to bring us together is a respect for our veterans. And it really is a special privilege for me to be here. And I do think that we all need, and I say we, those of us in public life who always say wonderful things about our veterans need to make sure that those wonderful words translate into wonderful actions. We need to get to a point where there is not a single homeless veteran in the United States of America. We need to get to a point one veteran is hungry. And we certainly need to get to a point where every veteran has access to the most fantastic first-class health care in the world. And Rick mentioned this new clinic that will be opening up on December 15th. It took a long time to get there. It was hard. It was too hard, quite frankly. When it comes to helping our veterans, it should be easy. Things should move immediately. It took like 10 years to finally get everybody to agree that we could do this, and now it is about to happen. And it's not only going to be convenience for our veterans and more specialties for our veterans, but one of the things that I've learned over the years is when a doctor leaves the VA, sometimes it takes a while to replace that doctor. And now this partnership with the medical school will mean that we are training the Veterans Administration doctors of the future who will become experts in veterans health care. So all of that is good. The final thing I'm going to say is that, I, like all of you, I mean, what brings us together today is our love of our country. I continue to believe we live in the greatest country in the history of the world. And I am blessed as for being the father of two wonderful children, 120 and 123 at this point. Well, I got to tell you, there's not a day that goes by that I don't thank God that they were born in this country. And to all of you who have served our country and the families of those who have served our country, I will be saying thank you for the rest of my life. So happy Veterans Day to everybody.
I know it's not the program, but if Representative Higgins wants to say a few words, she's welcome.
Legislature and Senator Cronin, and I want to thank all of our veterans for their service and all of the family members here for the support that you give them. For those where this is a great day, and for those where this is a tough day with a lot of emotion, we want to be here for you and so thankful for this.
Thank you, Representative Higgins. We appreciate the support that you give our office also. Takes a village, right? You heard that? And it's so true. All right, today we are going to be recognizing a World War II veteran. Unfortunately, he's no longer with us. But we have his medals that we received through Congressman McGovern's office. So I would ask Mildred Marine to come up and receive the medals for Sergeant Major Carl Thomas. And he's a three-war veteran. World War II. Robert, the next medal we're presenting is Robert Girouard. Can I say your name right? R-O-F-F-E-E. Robert? And what? For Robert? Okay. Robert will be receiving, he was in the U.S. Navy, the Good Conduct Medal, National Defense Medal, and Honorable Discharge. So now we're going to be recognizing some of our World War II veterans, and we're going to be doing it at the bottom of the stage. And I would ask Congressman McGovern and the mayor to assist. And I'm going to read off your names, and then I'm going to have you come up. And we have a partnership with the Quilts of Valors. The ladies and men, the soldiers, they use the base of the Veterans Center for making quilts. And they have asked if they could present them to our local veterans. So we're going to do that right now. Yes, sir. So the first veteran we're recognizing is Ernest Bidney. He was a corporal in the U.S. Army, World War II, and he was also a petty officer in the U.S. Navy during the Korean War. He was a prisoner of war. He was in Company K, 335th Infantry. He participated in the Rhineland and Central Europe campaigns. So, Ernest Bidney.
He doesn't look old enough. Rock solid, I can tell you that. They're quite ancient. Thank you, sir. And the ladies, beautiful. That's all.
Angelo Delichiai, are you here? Angelo Delichiai. No.
Round of applause, Angelo.
Angelo, although he's not here, he also served in the Navy. He was on the USS Cuttyhound Island and the USS Monitor. He participated in actions in the American theater. And next we have, who is here, and so I'm going to read his whole thing and then you clap. Alan P. Howard, who was a staff sergeant in the U.S. Army Air Corps. He served from 1944 to 1946. He was a gunner on D-24 out of the 564th Bomber Squadron. He participated in the campaigns in northern France, the Rhineland, and Central Europe. So, Alan Howard.
This guy's lucky he's here, but that should be enough to bomb him.
The certificates say, Certificate of Appreciation for outstanding service, dedication, and commitment to America while serving in World War II. Thank you for your active contribution to our country and our community, passing on the legacy that is signed by myself and the mayor. This next veteran we're recognizing is a longtime contributor to the veterans organizations. Previously worked for the city of Leominster. Former Veteran of the Year. Norman Cookie Melanson, ship's cook, second class, U.S. Navy. Served from 1944 to 1946. He served on the USS LST 570. And he participated in operations in the Pacific and the Philippine theater. Roman Land.
Cookie was the treasurer, the assessor, so if tax bill went up.
The next veteran we're recognizing is Conrad Peliquin. Conrad? I didn't see him. Is he here? Yes. Oh, sure, come on up. Mr. Peliquin was an ordinary seaman in the Merchant Marines. He served from 1944 to 1945, and he served on the SS Yellow Tavern, receiving the Atlantic War Zone Medal. The next veteran we're recognizing is John Troyetti. First class in the U.S. Navy. He served from 1944 to 1946. He served on the USS Conchardi and the USS Manoka. And he served in the Pacific and American theaters.
John is on the, Mr. Broetti is on our historic commission. He remembers everything. He doesn't blow it up or shrink it down. He remembers everything and everybody, where every building was. He's an amazing, amazing man. He's been a great contribution to the historic commission. So, thank you.
Mr. Puma, is Mr. Puma in the house? Paul Puma. Okay, he's not here, but we can just say a little bit about him. Paul Puma Jr. was a seaman in the U.S. Navy, served from 1946 to 1949. He served on the USS Liette. He has a World War II Victory Medal, American Theater Medal. So, Mr. Our next veteran is James S. Williams, Jr. He was a Tech Sergeant 5 with the U.S. Army from 1944 to 1946, serving with Company A, 21st Armored Infantry. He participated in the Rhineland, Ardennes, Central Europe campaign, and he was wounded in action and received the Purple Heart Medal.
Joe, get on the home
Any World War II veterans that
Mr.
we
Allen,
Oh, my God.
your kids work there.
My kids worked there, my wife worked there, he was one of my heroes. Mr. Allen, William Allen, who served in the United States Marine Corps, it's about time we get a Marine up here. He served in the Pacific island hopping campaigns that the Marine Corps was famous for. So, William Allen.
Mr. Allen was the owner of Allen's Department Store, and he still goes to work.
It's also a great place to get school uniforms and lemons to sweat. Both of my kids, two of my three children got their first jobs working at Allen's Department Store when they were 15 years old. And they were treated so well there, they were part of the family, it was an amazing experience for them. Now two of them are in the military. It's wonderful. At this time, we are going to have a musical selection from the Leominster High School chorus. We're going to sing by Congressman McGovern. He has like half the state that he represents, and he always comes for one. We have in the house, I think Elaine Legay. Elaine, raise your hand. Probably keep it back.
Stand up, this way.
So, Elaine Legay, Dawn Legay was one of the first prisoners released and I think one of the favorite car dealerships gave a car, and he was one of the first prisoners released. So we remember Dawn Legay. So now I'm going to get out of the way and chorus do their thing. You're coming, lunch.
armed forces. This is a medley of all of the service songs for all the branches of the military. We ask that if you are a veteran, you can stand with your service song. It's sung and recognized. Hope you will.
Would you love me for that train? I want.
Air Force.
Leominster High School chorus. Not only do they look fabulous, but they sound fabulous. Before we go into the rest of our awards, I would like all the parents to stand that have children in the military. If you have a child in the military, please stand and be recognized. represented the Vietnam veterans, with her son being killed in Vietnam. And she was just the epitome of kindness, caring. So the mayor and I created the Helen Gill Patriotic Award because she was this patriotic. She was like the eagle, right? So this year we're recognizing a veteran, coincidentally, who, if he had more than one shirt, he'd give it away. Like, this guy does everything for everybody, and there's just not enough nice things to say about him. John Churcher, he runs a veterans group, he helps people with suicide, he helps them with food, he makes them feel like they're worthy. And that's amazing. John Churcher, come on. Mr. Church is also receiving a pen from the tree in front of Pine Grove Cemetery that several years ago was a black walnut, and they made a bunch of pens. It's the oldest tree in the universe. So.
Just a quick remark. This isn't about me. I'm not one for getting thanks. My dad was a Marine and a New York City cop. I grew up in New York in a neighborhood of almost all cops and firefighters. All our dads were vets. So giving was an inherent part of who we were, as was patriotism. It seems like back in the day that was instilled in us to the T, and giving back was instilled in us. But it wasn't giving back. It became a part of who you were and what you did, and for that you received glorious rewards. I can tell you the best things I've ever got in my life. Money doesn't even matter. I've gotten some of the best handshakes, hugs, and thank yous that I've ever gotten that anyone will ever get in their whole lives. And if you haven't given back to a veteran or a cop or a firefighter or somebody served, please do. It's a rewarding experience. It's well received. People appreciate the thanks. And my wife thinks I'm crazy. We're in a parking lot in the mall, and I see an old timer with a hat on. I'll run right up and say hello and give him a gift card. And she says, "Why don't you say something's going to hit you?" But no, it's been a great experience, and I'm thankful for many of you in here who have supported me through the years. And this holiday season, everybody, take a moment, go out and get a $10 Dunkin' Donut gift card. You see a vet, a cop, or a firefighter, give them thanks, say hello, get a handshake, and I'll tell you, it'll make your holidays a lot better. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Churcher, for all you do and all you continue to do. All right, this year's Veteran of the Year. This year's Veteran of the Year is a veteran who has contributed in every organization. He's everywhere all the time. He's an amazing American. Robert White. Veteran of the Year, Robert White, for your exceptional participation in all veterans activities throughout the city of Leominster, and your outstanding support of the DAD Chapter 24. You're a beacon of hope to the legacy of past, present, and future veterans of Leominster, Massachusetts. This also comes with $200 of restaurant gift cards. Keep them away from John Churcher.
It wouldn't be right if we didn't have Mrs. Wood. So she is a huge supporter of our veterans, and I tell you, we got to go over there together all the time, and support So then every time I see him, I'm like, look, you make me feel bad. So thank you, I mean, for everything that you've done for all of our, both of you. I mean, there isn't an event that's around or the support that somebody needs. And again, as John said, you know, these aren't the folks that do things because they want anybody to leave the bank. In fact, our veterans are out there in the community all of the time. Don't even care about our banks. They're just there to help out with that. So you look both of you just like you got out of high school. You look great. And thank you for everything you've done. Thank you.
He's wearing his Leominster medal. Yeah!
They were clapping when your family was clapping before they even said your name. Pretty proud. See? Somebody likes it. Thank you all. You got the best parents and grandparents. Take her out.
You don't have to cook like that.
I just wanted to introduce the city councils that are here today. The backbone, we work in parallel, we work together. They don't always get the credit that I give when things go well, but they are a team that is unbelievable. I was speaking with all the new mayors yesterday, we were doing a little bit of orientation, and they said, go to bed tonight, pray that you get a city council working with like we have here in the city of Leominster. So, Council President, good answer. The council elected Ward 1, Council Brady. And also council elect back here, Todd Deacon. Todd, thank you. Thank you. Moving gold star brothers, please stand. We really want to do all the stage. That we still have serving across the country. They don't forget. And it doesn't, we could be at peacetime and we could be at war or in conflict. They never forget. They make sure that they know that their hometown is praying for them and they're the support group. So thank you for all you've done. Council Brady couldn't be here today. I know she would be if she could. She was a little weather this month, but she's getting better. So thank you all. I mean, what you do in this community to support our veterans is incredible. And I will tell you the other thing is, and I hear this all the time, across the state, is when I have a question, this is when I talk to other veterans, directors, and other guys across the state or small towns, they say, well, we have a question about anything. We call Rick and Jolie, because we know in Leominster they give everything to our veterans, and they will fight tooth and nail down in Boston or for the federal government for the veterans of our city. So thank you, Rick, and Jolie, and all the volunteers for helping out.
Jolene is amazing to work with. She can do anything and she knows everybody. So Jolene and Sue, who is our part-timer now, I got such a great staff, I can't imagine doing anything without them. Thank you, Jolene and Sue, and,
Of course, all the veterans, after all the veterans, and our World War II veterans, and our two-star, gold-star mothers, and our prisoner of war wives, we got one thing up there.
it'll be great.
Okay.
All right, we waited long enough. Jolene and I created an award to recognize somebody that does such amazing things for our office, that if it wasn't for them, we'd have to work Sunday. Here we go. So John Sheehan, a Marine veteran, he cuts our grass, he picks up our leaves, he reaches out to homeless veterans in the community. We have some that unfortunately, they just don't want to get help, they just don't want to go to the shelter, it's just what it is. Mr. Sheehan goes up there, he brings coats and clothes and food, and he does some great things for us. He takes care of the Veterans Center. When we can't get Ralph Sacramone, because Ralph Sacramone retired. And anyways, John Sheehan, we couldn't do a lot of things we do without you, so come on up here and be recognized.
Go, John!
An award. Jolene, come up here. An award for John Sheehan. Your outstanding support and dedication to veterans, your generosity, your community outreach, you go above and beyond a call of duty. We thank you for your commitment to veterans in our community. And it's signed by myself and Jolene. He is also getting a handcrafted Pine Grove pen from the oldest tree in the universe. If you don't believe me, have it tested. Outstanding veteran services here, right here, buddy.
Few quick words. I want to thank everybody for supporting my cause, but really the cause for all the homeless veterans, not just in Leominster, but around, I think, and around our country. I just was listening to the news this morning, there's over 38,000 homeless veterans going around our country, and that's one thing that. What drove me to do this, it's a short story, I want to look at. I'm just like John, because I get over church, well, my father was a policeman, civil service down here in Boston. And one of the things he used to do was pick me up in the grocery store. We had all the groceries and things we worked there. And he would stop at certain places along the way and take some of the food from my family, I had 7 kids, and hand it out to homeless veterans going back to the 60s and 50s. So that was my cause at this point to do that. And I hope I'll do this for a long time to come. Thank you.
She also runs our AMVETS rifle team, which is made up of all veterans, not just AMVETS. All right, at this time, this concludes our Veterans Day ceremony. We thank you for coming. We're going to have some closing things here, but we thank you for coming. We cannot do what we do without your amazing support. The Leominster High School band, chorus. You guys make Leominster. So this time, closing prayer by Commander Shaughnessy.
Let us pray. Almighty Father, help us to remember that freedom does not automatically perpetuate itself, that we have to work at it, nurture it, protect it, pray for it. That freedom, like faith, it needs our attention and our cooperation. Lord, be with us now, strengthen us, to keep us, above us, to protect us, beneath us, to uphold us, before us, to direct us, behind us, to keep us from straying, round about us, to defend us. Almighty God, we bless you and our Father forever and ever. Amen.
Thank you, Father. All right, at this time, we're going to have a rifle salute by the 15th Mass Volunteer Infantry in the Leominster Rifle Detail, followed by caps. So please stand.